I think you might remember, in our other class, we were talking about grammar, okay? And then I explained you the structure called have something done, okay? I told you that we use this structure every time we want to talk about a service that we pay other people to do for us, okay? Or something that we ask other people to do for us. And the structure is called have something done because it follows a formula, né? We have a formula that we have to use, and the formula is have, followed by what we call object of the action, and then we have the verb, okay, itself, but we have to use the verb in the form of the past participle, okay? I'm just writing it again because I'm gonna need this formula for today's lesson, okay? So this is the formula that we are gonna use for all our sentences, and the structure is called have something done because, as you can see here, it's following the formula have, and then you have something, it refers to the object, and then you have done, and in the place of the verb done, you can use any verb, okay, depending on what you are talking about. So this is just the beginning of our class, of today's lesson, and I am like making a recap, okay? I am recapping. Do you understand this word here, recapping? Recapping significa recapitulando, okay? The verb we use in English is recap. This is the verb recapitular, okay? And so just recapping, we were studying this structure. I'm gonna give you another example before I go to homework correction, just so that you can remember what I am talking about, okay? So imagine this situation here, okay? Imagine a girl called Bianca, okay? And Bianca moved to another house, okay? So imagine this. Bianca lived in a flat, and now she moved to another flat. She's living in another new flat, okay? But this other flat has some problems, okay? So Bianca just moved to another flat, right? And let's imagine that the flat has some problems. I'm gonna show you the biggest problem, okay? So just pay attention to this picture. I'm gonna show you in a few seconds, okay? This is the picture of one of the walls in this new flat, okay? Bianca is living in, okay? So just pay attention to the picture. Pay attention to this picture. Just take a look, guys. This is the picture of one of the walls. So as you can see here, Bianca has a problem, okay? The paint on the wall is peeling off. Olha só, the paint, just a moment, on the wall of one of her rooms, okay, is, we can say peeling off, okay, or we can say flaking off. I'm just teaching you vocabulary first, okay? So peeling off or flaking off. I think you understand that peeling off é descascando, soltando pedaço, soltando pedaços, tá bom? So this is the problem she is facing. And there is another problem. Can you see here? Tem rachaduras na parede, né? Na tinta aqui. We call it cracks. So I could say something like, there are cracks on the wall. There are cracks on the wall. Existem rachaduras na parede. The word cracks são rachaduras, okay? Pay attention not to confuse here paint with the word painting. Painting. Be careful not to confuse them, okay? Painting é pintura, tipo um quadro, por exemplo, tá? Ou serviço de pintura. E paint here, the word painting is referring to tinta, a tinta da parede, tá bom? Paint. Well, so these are the problems. Just a moment, I am trying to just make it smaller to organize it, okay? Well, now check this out. You have here the context, okay? And I'm gonna give you two situations. So situation number one, imagine this. Bianca can paint, okay? And another situation number two, Bianca doesn't know how to paint, so Bianca can't paint, okay? If Bianca can paint, okay, it's not necessary to hire someone to do the service for her. So if Bianca can paint, she can do the service herself. So she can do the service herself, okay? It won't be necessary to hire anyone to do the job or to do the service for her, okay? In Portuguese, I could say something like, Bianca mesma vai pintar a parede, né? A própria Bianca vai pintar a parede. Or in Portuguese, we say something like, a própria Bianca vai pintar a parede. So, if this is the case, how do we say this? Okay, so pay attention to this part here. A Bianca vai pintar a parede. When I say that the person herself or himself is going to do the job, it's not necessary to use this structure, okay? Não se usa a estrutura. Então, in this case here, I can just say like, Bianca will paint the wall. Ó, tá vendo? Seguindo a estrutura do português, a Bianca vai pintar a parede. Aí a própria Bianca, you say herself, okay? Herself for emphasis. So, Bianca will paint the wall herself. A própria Bianca vai pintar a parede. But in the second setting I have here, Bianca can't paint. So if Bianca can't paint, she will have to pay attention to this verb I'm gonna use now. Hire some professional, or I'm gonna use here the singular, a professional painter to do the service. Okay, so she will have to, it means it will be necessary to hire a professional painter to do the service, because as I told you, she can't do it herself. In this case here, in Portuguese, we say something like, Bianca vai mandar pintar a parede, ó. Vai mandar pintar a parede. Pay attention to the use of the verb mandar. Ó, Bianca vai mandar pintar a parede. When I say Bianca vai mandar pintar a parede, that means that she is not going to do the service herself. She will hire someone to do the service for her, okay? In English, when you translate a sentence like this, you don't need to use the verb mandar. You don't use it. É como se o mandar desaparecesse na tradução, okay? Because in English, we have a structure, a special structure, this structure here, to do the translation, okay? So, when you translate this sentence into English, olha só o que acontece. The verb mandar will just disappear, okay? It will vanish. You don't need it. You don't use it, okay? So, remember that. É como se você falasse assim, ó, Bianca vai pintar a parede, but you have to use the structure to give the idea that the service will be done by a professional painter, okay? So, organizing the sentence into English, I will say like this, ó, Bianca, aí eu começo a usar a estrutura, have something done. Então, ó, Bianca, the action here is in the future, right? So I have to use the verb in the future. I have to use have in the future. I say will have seguindo os passos, né? Remember, I have here 3 steps. Step number 1, you use have. Step number 2, you have to pay attention to the object of the verb. So, o que vai ser pintado? Ó, a parede. So, you see here, the wall. The wall. She will have the wall. And then you have to use here the verb in the past participle. The verb is paint, but you have to use it with ed because it is regular. So you say like this: Bianca will have the wall painted. Can you see? O que eu estou tentando mostrar é o seguinte, olha. Depending on the circumstance, depending on the setting, dependendo do contexto, you use this structure, Bianca will paint the wall, seguindo a sequência do português, ó, pintar a parede, or you have to change the position of the words. Ó, primeiro vem a parede, depois o verbo pintar. This case here is used to talk about services that are done by other people, ok? Então, por exemplo, ó, voltando aqui ao verbo mandar. Pay attention to this sentence here. How do you translate this sentence into English? Olha, o prefeito, just a moment, o prefeito vai construir 6 novas escolas na cidade. Ou, eu vou parar aqui mesmo, 6 novas escolas. Essa é a promessa de campanha dele, ó. O prefeito vai construir 6 novas escolas. Pay attention. How do I say prefeito, professor? Prefeito in English is mayor. Okay? Oh, sorry. Mayor. Mayor, prefeito. I think you all know the verb construir is build. Okay? And it's irregular, so you say built here. On the second column, sorry, build, and then you say build again on the third column, okay? So this is the verb construir. How do I say o prefeito vai construir? Pay attention. In this case here, obviously, it's not the mayor himself who is going to do the action, okay? Ele vai só fazer uma canetada, né? Ele vai dar a ordem, okay? Other people, other professionals will do the job for him, ok? Quando eu digo o prefeito vai construir, dá a impressão que ele mesmo vai construir, mas não, né? Obviamente que não. So, o prefeito vai construir in English is translated with the help of this structure here. So, you have to say like this. Olha, the mayor vai, tá no futuro, so you say will have, ok? O que ele vai construir? Ó, 6 new schools, and then I have to use the verb. The verb is build. I have to use it in the past participle, just so that you can remember. I told you that the past participle is the third column of the list, so you have to take this form here, okay? You say the mayor will have 6 new schools built. We'll have 6 new schools built. This is the way you translate it. Why am I calling your attention to this? Because many students get confused and then they say something like, o prefeito vai construir 6 escolas, eles falam assim, ó, the mayor will build 6 new schools. Qual é o erro de falar? The mayor will build 6 new schools. É porque quando você fala the mayor will build 6 new schools, você está dizendo que o próprio prefeito vai fazer a ação, e não é o caso, tá bom? So, pay attention. It's really important that you remember that this structure here, called have something done, is used especially for cases like this one here, you know, and this one here, when you are talking about something that will not be done by the person himself or herself, okay? Well, this is what we studied in our last class. This was just a review, okay? As I told you, it was a recapping, and now we're gonna go to homework correction, okay? I'm gonna clear the board here now, and the homework I sent you all on your WhatsApp group is this one here. Just a moment, I'm gonna go and get it, okay? I have just to find it. I think this is the one. So, do you remember this homework here? I sent you this file on your WhatsApp group. It's all in Portuguese, and this is just to practice translation, okay? This is an exercise about a guy called Jack, and as you can see here, Jack herdou uma casa, so in English we say Jack inherited a house, okay? And the problem is, this house is ramshackle and rundown, so it is in very bad conditions. There are many problems in the house, and Jack will hire some professionals to fix these problems, okay? Some of the problems are, just a moment, the problem number one is, for example, o sistema de encanamento está enferrujado e velho. Ele diz isso aqui, somewhere, okay? We have here, a fiação elétrica da casa está velha, danificada, as calhas da casa estão todas bloqueadas e blá, blá, blá. Well, so going back here to the exercise, these are the sentences you have to translate, and the vocabulary you need is on the other page, as I told you, okay? So the other page is here. I'll get them both so that I can use them. So here at the back of the worksheet, you have all the words you need, okay? So just as I told you, it's a translation exercise so that you can internalize the structure, okay? I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna leave it here on the right, okay? Because I'm gonna need it. And now let's start translation, okay? So again, peço desculpas, eu vou escrever de novo aqui, ó. Have object, okay? And then past participle, because we're gonna need it, okay? So let me just change the color. This is the structure, and we're gonna go one by one, okay? So number one, you have here, eu vou substituir o sistema de encanamento. I'm gonna do the first one, okay, and then I ask you to do the other ones. So, eu vou substituir. So as you can see, all the sentences here are in the future. So you have to say, I will have, okay? I will have, let me just change here the size of the letter. So, I will have. Substituir o sistema de encanamento. O que vai ser substituído? O sistema de encanamento. So, I have to write here the object, okay? If you don't know how to say sistema de encanamento, just go here. You say plumbing system, okay? Plumbing system. The letter B is not pronounced, okay? Plumbing system. So, I will have the plumbing system. The plumbing system. And then I have to write the past participle of the verb substituir. The verb substituir is replace. So you say, I will have the plumbing system replaced. I will have the plumbing system replaced. Bem fácil, tá vendo? You have just to follow the sequence in which you have to write the words, okay? Now let's move on to the next one. Eu vou pedir para vocês abrirem os microfones, tá? Então fiquem espertos aí. Olha só. Number 2. Eu vou consertar o telhado. Let me start with you, Ian Sartori. Can you open your microphone, please?
Hello.
Hi, Ian. So can you do the next one? Can you see here? Dá para ver, Ian?
Eu fiz, já tá anotado aqui.
Okay, so eu vou consertar o telhado. How do you say that, Ian?
So I'll have the roof fixed.
Yes, perfect. That's it. So I'll have the roof fixed. Fica aí que eu vou pegar você para a próxima, tá? So, number 3. Ian, how do you say eu vou repintar as paredes?
I'll have the walls repainted.
Perfect. So I'll have the walls repainted, right? Can you do the next one, please?
Okay.
Number 4.
So I'll have the window glasses replaced.
I'll have the window glasses replaced. Right. You can use replaced or any other verb, okay? So I'll have the, just a moment, okay? I'm typing here, window glasses replaced. So can you see, guys? It's very, very simple, okay? When you learn the structure, tudo fica mais fácil, right? Yeah, thank you very much. You can close your microphone now, okay?
Okay.
Nicole, can you open your microphone, please?
Hello.
Hello. You're gonna do the next one, okay? So number 5. Number 5 reads, eu vou trocar a fiação elétrica da casa toda, Nicole. How do you say that?
I'll have the wiring of the whole house replaced.
Perfect. So I'll have the wiring of the whole house, right? Replaced. Perfect. Let me just make it a little bit longer here. So now, Nicole, you again, okay? You're gonna do number 6. So number 6, read, eu vou mandar desentupir as calhas. Can you see here, Nicole, mandar? You don't need to use mandar, okay? You just, this word will like disappear, okay? So, eu desentupir as calhas. How do you say that?
I'll have the drains unblocked.
Perfect. So I'll have the drains unblocked. That's it. Thank you, Nicole. I'm gonna go to another student, okay? You can close your microphone now. Caio,
Okay.
can you open your microphone, please? Caio, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Caio, just a moment. I'm gonna erase this page from here. The next sentences are at the back of the worksheet, okay? So the next one, Caio, is this one here. Eu vou mandar dedetizar a casa toda. So how do you say that?
I will have the whole house. Qual é a palavra? Não é pesticide.
No, it's in English they use the verb spray. Oh, tá aqui, ó. Tá
Spray
vendo? Spray.
direto, né?
Yes. So
Okay.
how do you say that using the verb spray? Or
Spray it.
yes, perfect. So I'll have the whole house. Just a moment, I'm gonna correct it here. So I'll have the whole house sprayed. Ok? Spray significa borrifar, tá? Spray. A palavra em si, né, o verbo é borrifar, ok? But in this kind of construction here, the idea is of the word dedetizar in Portuguese, okay? So when you say like, I'll have the whole building sprayed, eu vou mandar dedetizar o prédio todo. Or I'll have the whole house sprayed, eu vou mandar dedetizar a casa, okay? So Caio, moving on to number 8. Could you please do number 8? Number 8 said, is this one here. Eu vou mandar trocar o assoalho da casa.
O assoalho, né?
Yes.
Ô, professor, se o senhor puder descer só para eu ter certeza na palavra, porque eu não tô com o papel aberto aqui.
Ok, just a moment. Tá aqui, ó. O assoalho da casa, the house floor.
Ok.
Trocar e replace.
Yeah. So it will be, I will have the house floor replaced. The whole.
Yes, the house floor replaced. Exactly. I'll have the house floor replaced. Vou pegar você para mais uma, tá? Another one, number 9. Só para eu ganhar velocidade, tá bom, pessoal? Que eu tô fazendo vocês fazerem mais de uma. So, number 9, cadê? Eu vou encarpetar meu quarto. Olha, in English, Caio, the verb encarpetar is carpet, ok? A própria palavra carpete é o verbo pôr carpete em, ok? Que passa essa ideia. So, carpet, encarpetar. How do you say, like, in Portuguese, say, tipo, eu vou pôr carpete, né? Em inglês, they say, eu vou encarpetar, ok?
I will get my room carpeted.
Yes.
I will have my room carpeted.
Yes, I will have my room, ou então the room, right? Carpeted. Você disse get, né? You can use get for all sentences here, okay? Just remember that get is more informal, but no problem, you can use it, okay? Like, I can say, I will get the plumbing system replaced, I will get the house floor replaced, I will get my room carpeted. A gente vai estudar o get ainda mais pra frente, tá bom? Well, thank you, Caio. You can close your microphone now.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Deixa eu ver quem mais tá aqui, pessoal, só um segundo. Alessandra, can you open your microphone, please?
Yes.
Good evening, Alessandra.
Good evening.
Do you understand the exercise? Have you done homework?
Yes, I did.
Yes? Okay, so do sentence number 10. So, number 10 is, eu vou mandar desentupir a pia da cozinha. Remember, I don't use the word mandar, okay? So,
I'll have the kitchen sink unblocked.
Yeah, that's it. So I'll have the kitchen sink, right? And then I say unblocked. Perfect. Thank you very much. So I'll have the kitchen sink unblocked. Alexandra, could you please do number 11? Olha, number 11 is just a moment. Cadê 11? Eu contratar, tá faltando a palavra vou aqui, né? Eu vou contratar alguém para cortar o mato do quintal dos fundos. Well, Alessandra, before you do it, just pay attention to this point here. Olha só. Contratar in English, contratar is hire. Okay, so in English we use the verb hire. Então, contratar alguém seria hire someone, right? Or hire someone. In English, I can say like, I will hire someone to cut the backyard overgrown grass. Eu posso falar desse jeito, pessoal. I will hire someone. Eu vou contratar alguém, ok? But I want you to use the have something done structure. Quando você usa o have something done, você não precisa dos verbos mandar nem do contratar, porque a estrutura já transmite a ideia, tá bom? Então, Alessandra, você vai ter que montar a sua frase como se você estivesse falando assim, ó. Eu vou cortar o mato do quintal dos fundos, tá bom? Só que quando a pessoa usar o have, ela está dizendo que vai contratar alguém para fazer isso, ok? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll have, prossiga.
The backyard mowed.
I'll have the backyard. Faltou você falar aqui a palavra mato. Overgrown grass.
Okay.
Agora
Overgrown grass.
Né? Ó. É porque aqui, Alessandra, backyard é o quintal dos fundos, né? Overgrown é a grama que cresceu demais, né? Em inglês são grama que tá overgrown, né? Cresceu em excesso, tá? Bom, and then here you have the verb cortar, como você fez aí certinho, Alessandro, olha, eu vi que você fez direitinho, é esse aqui, né, ó. Cadê? Onde eu pus?
Eu não preciso função no mar.
É porque você pode, sim, mas olha só, você pode usar, pessoal, vocês podem usar o verbo cut, né? Cut, cortar. But when we are talking about grass, they have a special verb for it, okay? So when we are talking about grama, mato, etc., they use the verb mow, okay? And the verb mow is mowed and mown. So here I say, I'll have the backyard overgrown grass cortado, mown. Tá bom? Só para vocês aprenderem, ó, cortador de grama, o objeto, o cortador de grama, é assim, ó, lawn mower. Lawn é grama, gramado, e mower, aquilo que corta, ou seja, o lawn mower é o cortador de grama. Eles usam o verbo mow, tá bom? Okay. Alessandra, now you're gonna do number 12, okay?
Okay.
So just a moment. Number 12 is, eu vou mandar por vaso no banheiro, Alessandra.
Okay. I'll have the toilet fitted in the bathroom.
Yes, I'll have, right? Você disse the toilet, assim? The toilet?
The toilet fitted in the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Bathroom. I'll have the toilet fitted in the bathroom. Pay attention, Alessandra, and all students there, to this word here, the toilet. I think it's better to say something like a toilet. I'll have a toilet fitted in the bathroom. Yes. Because the word the, right, it's a definite, we call it definite article. And a definite article is used to define, to determine. Okay, so imagine I am talking about the red toilet, a privada vermelha, and the yellow toilet. So I have two colors, okay? I have the yellow one and I have the red one. In this case, I can say something, for example, ó, qual que é a privada, qual que é o vaso que você vai pôr no banheiro? Aí a pessoa fala, eu vou pôr o vermelho. Tá vendo? É um I'll have the red toilet fitted in the bathroom. Entenderam? Então,
Específico, né?
você usa o the, but as you can see here, the sentence, olha só, aqui não tem nada, ó. Eu vou mandar para o vaso em sentido genérico, tá, Alessandra? So this is the reason why we don't use the here, okay? Thank you very much, Alessandra.
Thank you.
Very much. Now, let's go to another student, just a moment. Igor, can you open your microphone, please?
Okay, teacher.
Hi, Igor. Can you do the next one?
Yes, I did.
Eu vou instalar novas trancas nas janelas. Você consegue ver o vocabulário aqui, Igor? Can you see the vocabulary here?
I did, teacher. I did homework.
Okay, so how have you done it? What's your
I will have new locks installed on the windows.
Perfect. So I'll have, right?
Yes.
New locks. Like this, new locks.
Yes, installed on the windows.
On the windows. Okay, I'll have new locks installed on the windows. Aqui, pessoal, a Alessandra usou fitted, né, para o verbo pôr, e o Igor usou installed para o verbo instalar. A palavra fit tem o mesmo sentido de install, tá bom? So pay attention. Every time you say, for example, things like pôr box no banheiro, instalar ducha higiênica, and many other things, you can use install or fit. Okay, you decide. You can use both words. Let me just talk to you about the word install. Olha só. The verb install, as you can see, is instalar. Okay, but sometimes the word, like for example, wallpaper. Wallpaper is a noun, é um substantivo, ok? É a palavra que significa papel de parede em si, right? So it can be used as a noun, but pay attention, wallpaper can be used as a verb. You can have the verb wallpaper. So you can say to wallpaper, and in this case here, I am talking about the verb, okay? The verb. So, for example, imagine I want to say something like, eu vou pôr papel de parede no meu quarto. Ó. Eu vou pôr de papel de parede no meu quarto. Quando eu falo pôr papel de parede, quer dizer instalar papel de parede, né? Pôr literalmente na parede. You can say something like, for example, I'll have a wallpaper. I'll have a wallpaper. Eu posso usar o verbo install, olha só, installed on my bedroom wall. Olha só, I'll have a wallpaper installed on my bedroom wall. Tá vendo? Eu usei o verbo install. But pay attention. It would be possible to say the same thing using the verb wallpaper. And the verb wallpaper is a regular one, okay? So you can say something like this. Just a moment. I will have my bedroom wallpaper, though. I'll have ok? My bedroom. Olha só, estou usando wallpaper como verbo, olha. Wallpapered. I'll have my bedroom wallpapered, okay? You can say that in English. This is the same thing that happened here com o verbo encarpetar, ó. Carpet é a palavra tapete ou carpete, but the verb to carpet significa encarpetar ou pôr carpete, okay? I hope you could understand what I was trying to explain here. I was trying to say that in English, you have to be careful because sometimes a própria palavra é o verbo, okay? And for these cases, you can say the same thing in two different ways, okay? Well, guys, so moving on. Now we are with 13. Era o Igor, né, que estava falando, Igor?
Yes, teacher. It's
So,
me.
Igor, could you please do number 14 and 15? So, number 14.
Okay, então, I will have an alarm system and electric fence installed.
Yes. So, I'll have, the pronunciation is installed.
Installed.
Yes. So, could you repeat the sentence, please, for me?
I will have an alarm system and an electric fence installed.
And the electric fence, okay?
Okay, installed.
Okay. Or you could say fitted, né? Fitted quer dizer instaladas também, tá bom? I'll have an alarm system and electric fence installed. Well, now number 15, please.
I will have bars put on the windows of the ground floor.
Perfect. So I'll have bars put or installed,
Yes.
fitted, okay? Where? On the
window of
yes,
the ground floor.
On the windows of the ground floor. Thank you so much, Igor. Thank you, okay? You can close the microphone now. Well, guys, so these are the sentences, okay? So I'll have bars put on the windows of the ground floor. Now, well, we finished, right? Homework correction. Now we're gonna move on, okay? I'm gonna use the same exercise to call your attention to something else, okay? I'm gonna talk about something that I think you all know now, but I want to go deeper, okay? I want you to really understand a special construction we have in English, okay? The construction I'm gonna talk about is this one here, the windows of the ground floor. It's also possible to say the same thing like this. Olha, on the ground floor windows. So as you can see, the part of the sentence that says on the windows of the ground floor can also be on the ground floor windows. So as you can see in English, sometimes we change the position of the words, okay? Like the ground floor is here now, and then the windows, the word windows, right, is there. As you all know, like you are a specific 6, so you have like good English skills. You all know that in English, sometimes the position of the words is very different from Portuguese, okay? We have the words inverted in the sentence, and many students don't know why this happens. So if you take a look at the vocabulary here, I have several examples of what I am talking about, okay? So I'm gonna just highlight some examples here. You have here the kitchen sink, for example. Olha só, a pia da cozinha, but as you can see, aqui tá escrito a cozinha pia. Tá ao contrário, tá vendo? And then here you have alarme sistema. In Portuguese, we say sistema de alarme. So in English, it's inverted, right? Aí você pode falar, mas, então, professor, é porque em inglês o adjetivo vem antes. No, pay attention. Aqui não tem adjetivo, aqui eu tenho 2 substantivos, tá bom? Olha só, aqui também, olha, the house floor. O chão da cozinha, o chão da casa, o assoalho da casa ficou the house floor, a casa assoalho, ok? Aqui a mesma coisa, ó, window glasses, vidros das janelas. Por que janelas veio antes, professor? Window glasses. Aqui a mesma coisa, ó, plumbing system, sistema de encanamento, ficou encanamento sistema, tá? Aproveitando que eu tô falando dessa palavra, pay attention to this word here. This is the way we say encanador in English. Olha, plumber. Pay attention to the B here. The B is silent. You have here a B, which is silent. It's called a silent B, okay? A silent B. That means that we don't pronounce the letter B, okay? We say plumber, plumber, plumber. This happens when you have like this, MB. Every time you have MB no final da palavra, the letter B is silent. So, for example, I can give you some examples here. Eu já vou voltar aqui para o que eu estava falando, tá? É porque eu acabei entrando em outro assunto aqui, só para aproveitar, ó. In English, we have words like, let me think, bomb. Olha, bomb. É bomba, né? Pay attention to the pronunciation. We say bomb. The B here is silent. Por quê, professor? Porque termina em MB, olha. We say bomb. And then you can go to other examples, like, for example, tomb. Tomb quer dizer túmulo. And the pronunciation is this, tomb. Você fala desse jeito, ó. Tomb. Tomb. The B is silent. This word is the word túmulo. Oh, túmulo. Many students that I have in high school, they know a game called this. Have you ever heard about this game? Many students don't know how to pronounce it, and then they say like Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider. Até os que tentam falar direitinho falam assim, Tomb Raider. But you know, in English, it's incorrect, okay? You don't say like this because you don't pronounce the B and you say tomb. So you say Tomb Raider or Tomb Raider. This is a video game, okay? Another one, thumb. Thumb is one of the names of the fingers we have in our hands. This big one we have here, o dedo polegar, é chamado de thumb, ó, thumb. O B não é pronunciado, então esse é o polegar. Sorry, polegar. And that's it, ok? Eu não vou me estender nisso daqui não, mas é para vocês entenderem que tem um padrão, olha. Bomb, tomb, thumb, okay? And there are many other words like this. So moving on here, let me go back to what I was talking about, okay? So I was talking about inversion, okay? Inversion, inversão. The word I'm talking about is this one, inversion, okay? This is a phenomenon in English, okay? This is very common in English, so you have to study it. Eu vou apagar, pessoal, okay? I'm gonna clear the board so that I can have some space here. So let's talk about the inversion. When does it happen, okay? Before, I have to go back and I have to explain you something else so that I can come to inversion, okay? So just pay attention to what we call a genitive case. This is like very basic, okay? So I think you all know this part here. Let's talk about the genitive case. And I think you know the structure I'm talking about. I'm talking about a structure in which we have apostrophe followed by an S, okay? This is the structure that we call genitive case, okay? And we have like this. We have a word here, and then we write apostrophe S, and then we have another word, okay? It's like this. This structure is used, let me write down here. So this structure is used to express ownership, okay? Ownership. Ownership é relação de propriedade, tá bom? So this structure is used to express, number one, ownership, okay? So, for example, vocês aprenderam isso daqui lá no passado, olha. ou até mesmo assim, intuitivamente, vocês aprendem isso. Por exemplo, a borracharia do Terry. How do you say borracharia in English? Do you know how to say it? Borracharia is a place where people fix pneus, right? So how do we say pneu in English? Pneu in English is tire. Okay, we say tire. Borracharia é uma loja que conserta pneus, so we say tire repair shop. Tire repair shop. O raciocínio é o mesmo para oficina mecânica, olha. Auto repair shop. O que é uma auto repair shop? É uma loja que conserta automóveis, né? Carros. So, tire repair shop é borracharia. Bom, a borracharia do Terry. Eu vou apagar o do aqui, and I'm going to write the Terry, okay? When I say the Terry, I am expressing that there is a relationship of ownership entre a palavra 1 e a palavra 2. Terry é o owner, é o proprietário, ó, owner da borracharia, okay? So he is the owner. The genitive case is a structure in which we invert the position of the words to express ownership. So we do like this. When we are translating, we don't translate the article because we don't need it, and we don't translate the preposition. We just, make them disappear. Then we have one word here and another one here. So I will change their positions. I will invert their positions, and I'm going to use here apostrophe and S right in the middle of them, okay? So I just say in English, Terry's, like this, Terry's. I write Terry's here, and then I write tire repair shop, ok? Tire repair shop. É isso que vocês aprenderam lá no passado, ó. You say like, Terry's tire repair shop. A borracharia do Terry, ok? A barbearia do Jack fica Jack's barber shop, right? Ó, o salão de beleza da Cristina fica Christina's hair salon, Christina's hair salon, né? E por aí vai. I just want you to pay attention to the idea that when I use apostrophe S, I have to change the position of the words, and the first word I have here is the owner, né? É o proprietário, o dono daquele local. Então, I have the owner and the place. The owner and the place. We can talk about objects, for example, o celular de Pedro, o celular de Pedro. So, quando eu falo o celular de Pedro, as you can see here, when I say de Pedro, existe relação de posse, okay? So, when you are translating, you say Peter's mobile phone, or Peter's cell phone, okay, depending on the country where you are. So, Peter's mobile phone. So, these are examples of ownership, né? Ownership, okay? Now, moving on to number 2. Como assim, professor? Tem o number 2? Tem até o número 3, olha. Pay attention. We use this structure to talk about, just a moment, to talk about ownership, okay? But we use this... Pessoal, eu tô dando toda uma volta para chegar numa coisa, tá? Só tem um pouco de paciência. So, number 2. We use this structure to talk about family relationships as well, okay? So, in English, for example, when I want to say like, o pai de João morreu, o pai de João morreu. Quando eu falo o pai de João, if you compare this structure here, o pai de João, this is very similar to this one here, o e o de, né? So what do you do when you are translating? The same thing, okay? You have to remember that you have to eliminate the article, you have to eliminate the preposition, and then you change the word's position. The word's position, yes. So here in English we say John's dad or John's father, okay? And then you can have many other examples, but I'm gonna move to number 3 now. pay attention to number 3. So number 3 is the case when you have another kind of a relationship. So we can have ownership, we can express ownership, we can also express family relationships with the use of the genitive case, but I can also use it to express part and whole relationship. O que é isso, professor? Part and whole relationship. Relação de parte pelo todo, tá bom? For example, when I say a tromba do elefante, for example, a tromba do elefante, a perna do atleta. Pessoal, quando eu falo a perna do atleta, não existe relação de posse, que existe aqui relação de parte pelo todo. A perna é uma parte do atleta. A tromba é uma parte do elefante. O elefante não comprou a tromba dele, ok? Thing like this. So, a tromba do elefante. Samuel, how do I say tromba? Tromba é trunk, ok? So, how do I say a tromba do elefante? Olha, I say like this. Let me just call your attention to the same thing again. Ó, o que eu faço quando eu faço tradução? Eu corto o artigo inicial e o de. Ó, eu corto o artigo e o de. Eu corto o de. O que está aqui está sobrando, ok? So we have to pay attention to this fact because now esse o vem junto com o elefante. So we say, olha só, the elephant's trunk. The elephant's trunk. E aqui embaixo, olha, a perna do atleta, de novo, eu corto o A e corto o D. O O tá sobrando, ele vem junto. So you say, the athlete's leg. A perna do atleta foi quebrada no jogo. The athlete's leg was broken, okay, or got broken. So, this was just review, okay? Agora eu vou entrar no que eu queria falar. Pay attention. We can use the genitive case when we are talking about people, okay? When we are talking about animals in general, and when we are talking about countries and cities, okay? So it's possible to use the genitive cases in these cases here. We can use it, okay, with people, animals, countries, and cities, okay? So as you can see here, I have the name of a person, and then here I have an animal, okay? Let me give you one example of the name of a city, for example, o metrô de Londres, ó, London's subway system, o sistema de metrô de Londres, ó, London's subway system. Tá vendo? Eu estou usando o nome de uma cidade, ó, London's subway system. As favelas do Rio de Janeiro, Rio de Janeiros, ó, com apóstrofe S, slums, as favelas do Rio de Janeiro, so Rio de Janeiro's slums, and etc., okay? Now pay attention. This is the most important part of my class today, okay? So now pay attention to this information. We can't use it. We can't use the genitive case with, I'm gonna even write in Portuguese, olha, seres inanimados. So we can't use a genitive case with seres inanimados, okay? Well, so someone, what are you trying to tell us? Where do you want to get, you know? It's very simple. We have examples like, for example, a turbina do avião. Deixa eu apagar aqui, a gente fazer com uma letra menor, olha. A turbina do avião. Another example. A tela da TV. Another example. O chão da cozinha. Olha. O assoalho da casa. E aqui eu já cheguei na matéria de vocês, olha. So, a turbina do avião, a tela da TV, o chão da cozinha, o assoalho da casa. When I say a turbina do avião, as you can see, the relationship is this third one here, a parte pelo todo. A turbina é uma parte do avião, a tela é uma parte da TV, o chão é uma parte da cozinha, okay? Well, so how do I translate it, okay? You have two possible ways of translating. You can translate it literally, following the sequence of the words in Portuguese, okay? So, for example, if you know that turbina is turbine, turbine, e que avião é plane, você consegue traduzir, ó. Como que se faz a tradução, professor? Você faz literalmente, ó, the turbine of the plane, okay? It is possible, but the problem is, this is the least used structure, okay? They use the other one much more. So the other one is called the inversion. What is the inversion, Samuel? The inversion is the same thing that happens here, okay, com o caso genitivo, but you cannot use apostrophe and s, porque o que marca o caso genitivo é o uso do apóstrofo com s. So pay attention. Com esses casos aqui de seres inanimados, you can't use a genitive case, quer dizer, você não usa o apóstrofo com s, but you can invert. You invert the position of the words. So you can say like this. Olha só. Se eu fosse usar o caso genitivo, o que eu faria? Ó, eu corto o artigo e a preposição de, se ou tá sobrando, né? So I say, the plane, ó, the plane turbine. The plane turbine. Vejam, eu inverti a posição das palavras, but I didn't use the apostrophe and the s, okay? This is called inversion. E isso explica porque que in English many expressions are inverted, okay? So, how do I say a tela da TV? I can say the screen of the TV, okay? Mas vamos direto para a inversão, ó. The TV screen, ok? Tá vendo? Eu já faço direto, ó. Vamos lá. Alessandra, open your microphone, please.
Okay.
So, Alessandra, ó, chão é floor e cozinha, you know, right? Kitchen. How do I say o chão da cozinha?
The kitchen floor.
Yes, the kitchen floor, exactly. Ok? Alessandra, você ainda, ó, o assoalho da casa. Assoalho é floor também, tá bom? So,
The house floor.
The house floor. Thank you very much. Entenderam, pessoal? The house floor. Alessandra, continua aí. Eu vou pegar você para Cristo, tá bom? Ó,
Ok.
o estacionamento do shopping. Pensem, pessoal, estacionamento é uma parte do shopping, né? Alessandra, do you know how to say estacionamento?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so how do you say o estacionamento do shopping?
The shopping parking lot.
The shopping mall, né? Shopping mall. Você nunca pode usar shopping sozinho, tá? Você tem que falar shopping mall, ou então você diz the mall
Parking.
lot. Parking lot. Parking lot. Ok? Bom, thank you very much, Alessandra.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Vocês conseguiram entender, pessoal? With this, you can say many things, né? Então, vamos àqueles exemplos de vocês, ó. Os vidros das janelas. Vamos lá. Se você sabe que janela... Vou pôr aqui janela... Vou pôr vidro no singular, né? O vidro das janelas, ó. Ou no singular tudo mesmo. O vidro da janela. Se você sabe que vidro é glass e que janela é window, você consegue facilmente chegar nisso daqui, ó. The window glass, né? The window glass. O vidro da janela. Mas o importante agora é que vocês saibam o porquê que é assim, que vocês saibam explicar por que é assim, tá bom? So you say the window glass. Just one more example, olha. a pia da cozinha, que vocês tinham lá na frase, né? Como é que ficou lá? Aqui está o chão da cozinha. Bom, pia em inglês é sink, né? Ó, sink. Como que fica então a pia da cozinha? Iago, open your microphone, please. Do you remember how to say that? A pia da cozinha?
Iago ou Igor, teacher?
Igor, sorry. Sorry.
Ok. The kitchen sink.
Yes, the kitchen. Fica aí ainda, tá? Ó, the kitchen sink, tá bom? Vocês estão vendo que o que eu queria que vocês entendessem é o seguinte, ó. Tem aluno que acha que esse D que tá aqui é esse A que tá aqui, mas não, eu ensinei para vocês aqui em cima, olha. Let me go back. Quando a gente monta o caso genitivo ou a inversão, you have to remember that, olha só, você elimina o artigo da primeira palavra e a preposição de que une as duas, tá? Quando você tem o artigo na segunda palavra, como aqui, pessoal, olha só, you have here o de, que você elimina, aí o artigo tá sobrando, tá vendo? Então, esse a que tá aqui, na verdade, que veio para cá na tradução, tá bom? Então, não é o primeiro, é o segundo que tá vindo para cá. Isso acontece com todas, tá? Que nem aqui, ó. O estacionamento do shopping, eu cortei o artigo daqui e depois o de. Então, esse de que tá aqui, na verdade, é a tradução desse o aqui antes de shopping, tá bom? The mall parking lot. Então, the kitchen sink. Bom, Igor, right? Igor, I want you to translate this expression here, ok? Ó, a entrada principal, ok? Entrada principal da biblioteca. Do you know how to say biblioteca? Do you remember how to say it?
No, teacher.
No, I'm gonna give you vocabulary, okay? So, biblioteca in English is library. Library, ok? Entrada principal é main entrance. Main entrance. So, how do I say a entrada principal da biblioteca?
The library main entrance.
Perfect. So, the library main entrance. Okay? The library main entrance. Thank you very much. Yeah, Igor.
Welcome.
Close your microphone. Agora, pessoal, aproveitando aqui, sink, olha só, eu vou terminar agora, tá? Pay attention. Quando você aprende um, você aprende a juntar dois. Então, por exemplo, a pia da cozinha, right, is the kitchen sink. Professor, e se eu quisesse falar a torneira da pia da cozinha? Ó, a torneira da pia da cozinha está pingando, sei lá, a torneira da pia da cozinha. Tá vendo? Ó, aqui você tem caso genitivo, aliás, a inversão dentro da inversão, tá bom? Então você tem que fazer ela duas vezes, ó. A pia da cozinha, you have here, the kitchen sink. Então é como se você tivesse assim, olha. Torneira em inglês é the faucet, tá bom? Faucet. The faucet of the kitchen sink. Lembra que eu falei que a gente pode fazer literalmente, ó, palavra por palavra? Então eu posso falar assim, ó, the faucet of the kitchen sink. Então eu fiz a inversão só na parte final. Agora, professor, posso fazer a inversão em tudo? Pode, no problem. So you can do this. You can say, lembra, corta o artigo e aí você está ligando isso aqui. Eu vou chamar aqui de parte A e parte B, tá? Você está ligando isso aqui com isso, então você vai cortar esse D aqui agora, ó. Isso daqui você já sabe como é que fala, que é the kitchen sink. Então aqui em inglês você está cortando isso e isso, ó. Trocando de posição, fica então assim, ó. The kitchen sink faucet. Ó. The kitchen sink faucet. E isso vai explicando para vocês por que as coisas são tão invertidas em inglês, ó. Um aluno desavisado lá do básico, ele às vezes traduz assim: a cozinha, pia, torneira. A cozinha, pia, torneira. Na verdade, é tudo ao contrário, né? É a torneira da pia da cozinha. And in today's lesson, you learned why we do this, okay? because I'm talking about seres inanimados, ok? Porque se fossem people, animals, and countries and cities, I can use the apostrophe s, but with seres animados I cannot. Eu posso inverter, né? I can invert, but I cannot use apostrophe s for these cases here, quando é uma relação de parte pelo todo, tá vendo? Tá aqui. Okay, guys, so that's it for today's class. I hope you could understand, okay? I'm gonna interrupt our recording now. Do you have any questions?